Hey, Brinley, can you help me find my phone charger? It was down here, but now I don't know where. Where is your what? My phone charger. It was down here, but I don't know where it is now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
For once, you had a package delivered to my house.
Well, thank you. Oh.
Oh, they getting big.
Mm-hmm.
They getting big. Got another 3-4 weeks, they'll be able to go out on the pond.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Sorry, I had to
No, I
restart the
hear you.
computer. It's plugged in on one USB, guys. So now I'm
Yeah,
having
the
to
podcast.
move stuff around. Jesus, this is what I have. Oh, well, that's not right. Oh, can we hear? Can you say
I
something
can
now?
hear you now, but you got a loud back feed going on, man.
All right, there we go. Say something, Paul.
Instructions unclear. Dick stuck in mic jack.
There we go.
I don't think my dick can fit in the mic jack, but
I told you we were having technical difficulties.
Well, you got a little room to grow.
We're working. But what we were saying today, I don't know if you heard any of that, was trying to get people to take a look at the news and think about what's going on with our military. In the last few months, we've been relieving top enlisted and officers like it's going out of style. The new 3-Corps Sergeant Major that was incoming was notified the day before he was due to take his slot that he was being relieved of duty for lack of trust. And that's all they keep saying on the news is lack of trust. The Marine Corps, y'all had a senior Sergeant Major. He was fixing to take over I forget what it was. I think it was the Marine Expeditionary Force or something as the command sergeant major. And they relieved him right before he took over. You got senior officers getting dropped left and right, major promotables, lieutenant colonels and colonels and generals. And it's like, these are people that have been around long enough to play the game. They're not normally the ones that are out there doing stupid crap to mess up their career. It's just kind of weird that it's just been ramping up the last few months. It's just every day somebody's getting relieved of duty. Every day there's something going stupid.
And they're in record number. Low recruiting.
Yeah.
Like, they're lower than fucking Vietnam. Okay. How are you? We know the administration sucks. We know these guys are actually living horrible. But the problem is these kids out here, 18 years old, walking out, getting jobs, $16, $17, $18 an hour. And they're paying more than what, the soldier walks in and they make what? I think it was $1,100 a month or something, some ridiculous shit. It was like $2,000. Like
She brought it up. And then the sound started working on this in flawless timing. Oh, sorry. Bye.
But
yeah. Thank y'all, by the way. That was perfect timing.
Oh, the wife had honeydews, huh?
No, the neighbor came up and she's very long-winded. Yeah, Amazon left it at the wrong spot.
I understand.
But that was our thing to start with tonight. Was trying to get people to take a look at, those of us who've been around the military more than a day, take a look at these news stories and try to put it together and see what's going on. I mean, I was reading it the other day, and the having served in multiple branches, and I saw that the Air Force Security Forces is going to be one of the groups that's just nearly depleted. They're talking about putting their cops on like 18-hour shifts, in peacetime. Like, who ever heard of that? I went so far as to send the recruiting command an email and didn't get a reply. I was like, hey, you got all these shortages. There are opportunities for vets to come back. I got 30 years in, but I'll give you 5 or 6 of them back and go on active duty as a cop. Won't be the first time I had that job. But they don't answer those kind of emails, I guess.
Well, they're saying the Marine Corps is going to meet the recruiting standard for 2023 for 29,000, but the Army shortfall is trying to grow its ranks by 12,000, and they ain't even gonna have 12,000.
They'll be lucky if they get 1,200.
Yeah, they're. And the bad part is about this, man, is I've looked at it, and there is so much bad publicity now out there for the Iraq and Afghanistan war. Now it's coming out that it was, whatever, we shouldn't have went over there, this, that, and the other, and I've even been told, fuck the military, fuck veterans. And I was like, seriously? I was like, if it wasn't for veterans as a whole, you wouldn't be talking to me in English for damn sure. It'd either be
But-
German, Japanese,
have-
or even before that, British English.
But you have to remember, historically, in the United States, the highest number of people serving in the military at any given time ever was 2% of the population.
That's true.
2%. That's basically Dallas. That'd be like everybody in Dallas join the military. That'd be about 2% of the population of the whole United States.
But I mean, I don't understand these guys. They're saying screw the military, screw veterans, and all this other stuff. But it's not about going to war. We don't have a say in it. Okay, we don't have a say. Yeah, we're going to go follow this order, or we're not going to war. It's hey, you're the units up. Get your ass on a plane. We
Well-
take orders. We're just kind of bystanders. We're the ones that get fucked. I mean,
But the whole point of our military is to have, if we have a strong and powerful and up-to-date military that is well trained, we generally don't have to go to war. Because everybody's like, nah, we don't want them to visit today.
yeah, but at the same time, bro, I mean,
You know,
I
I'm not
understand where you're
saying-
coming from.
I'm not saying we shouldn't go to war. There's times when we should. But I'm saying that acts as a deterrent to the rest of the world, and we have removed that deterrent in the last few years. The administrations that have come through,
Oh, they have demilitarized
yeah,
completely. I mean, they sent 31 fucking Shermans over to Ukraine, billions and billions of dollars to Ukraine, but they're trying to cut veterans benefits $12 billion.
trying to cut the military budget.
But you spent $200 billion to a damn country that we didn't have nothing to do with.
Well, some of us do.
Well, yeah, we're gonna keep politics out of that.
I'm just
it's-
saying.
I got what you're saying because we've been there. We have. Yeah, I
mean,
see Paul looking like he wants to say something.
300
I do, but I'm just going to keep my opinion to myself. I will say this. Everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah,
It's coming. It's coming.
but the
And,
thing
It
and
is.
everybody, I think there's a lot of us in the South that are, and it's not just the South. And the funny thing is I've seen people, that were hardcore, conservatives, and I mean not conservatives. They were pretty hardcore liberals, and now they're saying, fuck Joe Biden, fuck Biden, fuck Biden. Well, it's kind of that way when you ain't got nothing to eat in that house because he done raised inflation 35 to 40%.
yeah, when a dozen eggs cost more than a gallon of gas,
And housing in Texas is ridiculous.
Yeah,
I remember paying shit
well,
2,000 an acre,
think about
and
it.
that was me at 18. It was like 15,000, 1,500 an acre when I was 18 years
Well,
old.
not
Before
even-
that, I
not
was
even that long ago.
$600.
When Holly and I moved to Garland in 2008 or 2005, we bought our big house in Garland. That was a 2,000 square foot, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house with a 2-car garage on the center of a cul-de-sac, the center lot, the big lot, in the middle of town. And the house was only like 20 years old. We bought that house for $180,000.
And now it's $500,000.
Now that same house, they're renting that house for $2,500 a month now. It's a rent house.
But still, 2,500 is not bad for a 4-2, though.
Yeah,
Not.
But my point being, yeah, that house has now gone up in value supposedly, by a factor of 5.
Oh, yeah, that's like when we were looking over here to buy, there was a house over here that we've only been living in our house 5 years, and they wanted $330 for it. They put it on the market the other day, and it was like 6 something. And I was like, "You didn't do a damn thing but move in and move out. You did no improvements."
But the problem is, it all goes back to what I've been saying. All these societal norms that we have now and the way people think. So I had this talk with my middle son the other day, right? My middle son has worked for Starbucks his whole life. That's all he's ever done, and go to college, right? He's fixing to graduate with his master's degree in business administration. and he's out here in Dallas. Dallas is the #2 job market in the United States, supposedly. He's looking for a job in Dallas with a master's degree in business administration, and he's hoping to God he can make $38,000 a year. And he's like, well, Dad, that's good money. I'm young. And I was like, yeah, but where are you going to be in 5 years? With the price of everything going up, $38,000, he lives in Greenville. He ain't going to be able to move into Dallas making $38,000 a year and live in a decent neighborhood. And so he was saying, well, maybe I should look at the military. And I said, well, think about it. You got a master's degree. You're going to walk in as an O2. You're going to finish OCS. You're going to go to your basic course. And you're going to have a free place to live. Air Force food is good. I know from experience. You're going to have good food. Officer meals are like $5 a meal. You got a spouse. Y'all got a free house to live in. And all you got to do is get up early, wear green, go to bed when they tell you, And I said, but you're going to learn skills that are going to take you out into business. Because I was telling him, maybe you should look at trying to get a slot as an operations officer with the Air Force. And my actual advice was go to the Space Force, because then you won't really have to work for the next 15 years. You'll just be learning and developing policy, right? But learn to be an operations officer. I said, you walk out. I said, if you only do 6 years and you walk out as a captain promotable with having been an operations officer for all that time and having your degree, then you're going to walk out into the job market making $200,000 a year. And you've gotten paid to get all that experience. We're out here in the real world.
He lives in Greenville.
Yeah.
I'll holler at you later. I can get him a job with me, no degree required, and I think within 2 years you should be making over 70 grand. Free medical, dental, and vision.
Yeah. Are you talking about like
and for your entire family? Huh?
You talking like an administrative job?
If they're hiring for it,
yeah,
Raleigh.
That'd be good.
But
where you work at, I mean,
he'll probably make more.
I don't understand, because UPS and FedEx, UPS is a big veteran support company. Like you hired under the Hire Hero program, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
I hired it under the I know the union steward, and he hooked me up because I was
you hired under the Fondle the Ball Act. I got you. I hired under the Hire Hero program of Airmark. So I mean, I just know how that is, because with jobs and everything, and being a medic, that's one of the most under damn employed fucking markets there is. What are you gonna do? Is be as an ambulance driver? Well, that's a 19-year-old, 21-year-old job wanting to be an EMT, and they got to start somewhere.
Well, across the board, military medics, no matter what their rank is, no matter what their branch of service, military medics are the most underemployed group of veterans. Because I was going to paramedic school on the outside when I was a medic in the reserves. And the first thing they did the first night of class was take all of the military medics out in the hallway and go, you don't stick nobody and you don't cut nobody. And we're like, why don't you just let us take our damn tests? Because civilian medics don't stick a live arm until they go out on an ambulance for their ride along.
Yeah, I volunteered for an IV one time in AIT when we did IV day. I'll never do that again. They get me this ate up ass medic. Let me put it this way. This medic was so ate up, he wore 2 left fucking shoes to AIT graduation, bro. Like the drill sergeants went in his wall locker, he left it unlocked. They took all his shit out. So instead of him getting smoked, he went to clothing and sales with the star card and bought his brand new issue all over again. I was like, yeah, you're an idiot, bro. I'd have go done 30 fucking push-ups and got my shit back.
I'd have just took that smoking.
I'll puke for you. Hell, by that time I was in basic AIT, I could puke on demand. We're gonna smoke until you puke.
Yeah, I could push for days. No.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were a jarhead. So, hey, by the way, remember Montez? His boy is. I'm so proud of him. His boy is graduating tomorrow from Marine Corps boot camp. Mike, I know you're out there, and I know you're traveling. Be safe, brother. Congratulations. That's one of the
Sympathize. Send it
things
to your
that
son as well, bud.
Army,
Congrats.
Air Force, Navy, if your family's there, they're going through something that you've been through, and we're proud of it because my dad was in, he was there, and he gave me my first salute when I graduated, and I got to, I didn't get to pass that down to my son because he got drunk. It was being a dumbass one night, but that's another story. Yeah, he liked to ride four-wheelers when he was drunk, hunting hogs, and fell off the fucking four-wheeler and broke his femur. And not just the femur, the top part of the femur right here by your knee. Yeah, that shit. They put screws in it. He's no longer allowed to go in the military.
I got to see my son, who was a skater kid with long hair, that said he was never going in the military. Graduate from the Corps of Cadets at A&M, and now he's a captain in the Air Force. Yeah, he ain't a major yet. He got 2 more years. He'll make major about the same time he finishes his PhD. Yeah, he went crazy. He got a master's degree and then thought, I'll just get a PhD. He called me the other day talking about, I have 3 15-page papers due this week, and I'm a wing commander, and I'm going to the safety officer course. I was like, you signed up.
I'll do 1 class a year for the next 20 years.
my middle son doing his master's degree, he didn't want to take his time, so he's taking 15 hours a semester.
Well, that's 14 hours. What is it? 12 to 14 hours is a full class.
Yeah,
so.
but on a master's level, that's a lot of work. But he was finishing it in December. So.
It's not bad. I mean,
That's the other reason I told him to look at the Space Force, because their headquarters is at the old Buckley Airfield in Aurora, Colorado, which is where he wants to go live anyway. So.
Space Force. I want to be a guardian. Guardian of the Galaxy.
I couldn't do it.
I'm not
I
fucking
do
them
it.
guys.
If I was in the Space Force, I would show up every day dressed like that fucking raccoon from Guardians of the Galaxy.
No. No, but the goddamn uniforms look like Battlestar Galactica.
Yep.
Fuck those guys. We were told we couldn't join.
Huh?
Fuck those guys. We were told we couldn't join. It's a joke.
They wouldn't let me re-enlist anyway.
I couldn't be in Space Force. They ain't got a rocket big enough to pick my ass up off the Earth.
I didn't feel like being like Dr. Evil riding in a penis-shaped fucking thing going to the moon or Mars or something. So I was like, well, that sounds like the Marines. So.
Well, I mean, you're already used to riding on being shaped things.
They are now training the first group of Space Marines.
They are. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. I think all their MOSs is janitorial services or shitbags. One of the two. Same thing, different pile of shit. But I mean, come on now. What the hell are we gonna Guardians or Space Marines?
I'm just trying to figure out.
What the fuck are you going to space?
Like, what are you doing? Are you like low crawling around the atmosphere?
This is how the video game Doom started. No good can come of this.
I mean,
things will get killed.
I hate to criticize another branch of the service. I really do. But the problem with Space Force, you just introduced a whole new branch of the military.
And you didn't even call it like Space Army. You called it Space Marines. In other words, we go into fucking space to find crayons.
Yeah, but my thing is, you just introduced an entire new branch of the military before you wrote the policy, wrote the doctrine, came up with the statement of purpose and the mission. Like, you just like,
before all of that is done, I can tell you this. Space Marines will find out if we can procreate with alien life or not first.
They're going to find the first space bar and the first space slut.
You know.
And he's going to have goals. And Marines are going to have the first space STD ever.
You're going to get space herpes.
They're going to come be like, Doc, it's burning. Man, I don't even know what to give you for that shit, bro.
A Barracuda with tentacles will be a brand new one on me.
I don't know.
I ain't doing that. Hell no, bro. But I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. I was watching what is it, the Ancient Aliens thing.
Oh, dude, I love that show.
I love it, man. I started
With-
watching it
with
with Mel
You
and
talking
Mel.
about the one with Apple Papadopoulos dude with the big old funky hair? Yeah, the little Greek dude that's always on there. His Dr. Apple Papadopoulos.
Oh yeah, whatever. I don't know. Yeah, but they were talking about these little trinkets and stuff and how they were shaped like airplanes, and they went in and made it,
And it flew.
and it flew. All of them flew, and they were like, and I was like, me and my wife were talking about. I was like, if you look at it, the Egyptians, the Mayans, the Chinese, the Aztecs, all over the world have pyramids.
You pick.
And they all have the same kind of stories about these flying machines.
Even in India.
India was a big
Nirvana.
one.
Yeah.
It was a big one. India was a big one because it even said about the machine.
We even had a
silver
crash.
machine.
We even had a crash in Texas back in the 1890s, and they buried an alien in the graveyard and put it in the newspaper.
Well, I don't know about all that.
Yep.
Yeah, you into some weird shit. But you were alive in the 1890s, so
No, I was not
I mean,
alive
you
in
know about the
1890s.
fucking graveyard it was in
Garden
and shit, yo,
gnome, motherfucker,
bastard.
didn't-
Anyway,
He was probably young and spry back then. Him and his buddies probably went and investigated the grave site after dark.
hell, he's probably into alien necrophilia.
No,
And
breathing is a requirement.
not really.
If they're holding their breath.
I mean, that's optional. Depends on what chokehold you got in there.
After a while, a pulse is optional.
I don't know. I'm married, so yeah. I mean, I don't know what the word yes ever means. I mean, I never hear it. Can we get a boat? No. Can I get a motorcycle? No. Can we have sex? No. Can I go to bed? No. Can I take my meds? Sure. Because you're not a crazy bastard when you do that. But,
I think your dog's
Everything
hiding the
else is
jar
no.
of peanut butter at this point.
huh?
I think your dog's hiding the jar of peanut butter at this point.
Probably.
Nah. I'm on a lot of damn meds, though. Keep me insane. It's like I told him before we got on because we were running a little bit late and then we had those tech difficulties. I was like, dude, nobody watches this. And now we've got record number of viewers I'm seeing coming on and off. And I'm like, really? Being a total douchebag and have nothing to talk about today. We didn't plan shit. We just kind of went off and just started laughing and fucking off. And we got more. I'm not understanding YouTube.
That's what people want to see. They want to see.
Oh.
They want to see vets just being vets and talking, man. Like talking about. Did you hear that? Our wives are yelling from the other room. We're watching.
I guess they're supportive.
No, they're looking for incriminating evidence. They trying to get us to catch a case up in here.
No, they're trying to get our asses up to go clean something, probably, because they know they in there fucking off, too. They're like, are you going to go get the dinner tonight? Because we didn't order it. What's going on, man?
So,
My-
yeah,
Especially your wife and my wife. When they get together, it's just trouble. It never fucking happens. It's like, we have a great fucking night. They get together, and it's just, bam, there went our night.
yeah, they don't bother me. But see, that's the difference when you talk about diagnosis. I have a psychological diagnosis of abnormally stable. I don't know what the hell that means, but that's what they told me.
I have a psychological diagnosis of assholism.
Oh, well, I got that too.
But apparently, my wife told me, she's like, when you smoke weed, she's like, now you're not just an asshole, you're just a calm asshole. I was like, what? I'm still an asshole?
Dude,
How the hell does that work?
I almost messed up at the VA today. I was at the counter checking in, and they had the big rainbow sign up there that said, "Tell us your pronouns that we may address you properly." I was like,
These and nuts.
Yeah.
I will too. I'll go.
according to my wife, my pronoun is asshole. So, how do I work that into conversation? Hi, I'm Greg, an asshole.
First name could be Harry.
Because we were walking through and somebody was like, ma'am. I was like, how dare you ever suggest my pronouns or assume my pronouns? My wife's like, now is not the time. Shut up. I was like, now is the perfect time because of all the Bud Light shit going on. I was like, fuck them.
Oh, did you get that video I sent you this morning
Bro,
about?
I don't get many. I got a bunch of
I know
videos
you did.
everybody sent me because Brian sent me like 20. I looked at my phone. I was like, Brian has like 12 new. I'm not watching 12 fucking videos in a row from that dude.
I
And
sent
then
you
Greg
one.
sent
You
me
need to
some.
watch it.
Well, I mean, we've got people kicked off in our group or coming out of our group because of the shit we post. They said it was offensive.
What did we do that was offensive?
I posted that one about the school shooting. And the guy said, "You took it too far."
Well, that's the problem. Nobody wants to take it far enough.
Problem is,
People are so worried about offense. What about the people that aren't doing wacky shit that are offended by the people doing wacky shit? When do we get an opinion?
we don't.
Bullshit.
We don't.
No, that's not what the
We
Constitution says.
it doesn't matter what the Constitution is. It doesn't matter anymore. Apparently, you are a white male. You are a minority and the problem of America.
Have
right
you looked
now.
at me? I can pretend.
Yeah, you are pretty dark. Me and Paul, we screwed. We white males. We're the minority. We're the ones that's gonna get screwed.
No.
We're gonna get blamed for it no matter what. If you go out and like the
I
other day,
identify as a illegal Hispanic male. I'm covered.
oh well, then I'm just gonna fucking identify as a border crosser, gay Muslim. That way, I could just be like, there you go.
Well, yeah, because then they can't send you back because you're in fear for your life.
Yeah, I'd be stoned in more than one way. I'm such a disgusting human being, and I don't.
Y'all are dead again. Can't hear shit.
Stupid white guy joke. I just like that's funny, right? It
Okay, I
didn't have
start
nothing to do
hearing
with
you.
me, you know. Everybody takes everything too personal now. Well, you called so and so of this. I'm
Is it
offended.
good? It's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, people are all up in their feelings about. Well, you said this to so and so, and I'm offended. Well, why the hell are you listening to my conversation?
I know, right? Mind
if
your own
I'm-
fucking business. Quit your hustling.
If I'm sitting at the lake fishing, talking to Jared, and you're 10 yards down the way, and you overhear my conversation and don't like what I'm saying, turn your head.
Hey, them assholes in that fiberglass boat moved pretty quick when they. Josh and I asked him. I said, "Hey, you think this goddamn 35-pound fucking anchor?"
And you're
They're
off.
gone.
Y'all are cutting in and out, man.
Are we? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, we got to get closer to the mic, and I'll turn it up the gain a little bit because.
We probably
Open your mouth. Get a little closer. A little bit more.
I knew what you were waiting on, oh. But
I need stuff for the spank bank, man. What can I say?
I'll send you my roommate's phone. That son of a bitch has all kinds of shit for that spank bank.
Yeah, if you're into tentacles and stuff.
It is what the hell is up with that tentacle porn shit?
How the hell should I know?
Why do people have an octopus motherfucking shit? Like
If I got an octopus, I'm eating it.
now, I'm gonna tell you this story, and I'm gonna leave names out of it. But me and two other buddies was over at the sex shop the other day because when you go into the sex shop, when you walk in the door, over there is the sex items. Over there is the head shop. Your CBD, your pipes, your vapes. So I was over there getting a
tentacle. Go ahead, say it.
CBD smoking apparatus. And so when I was in there, I was with my buddy and And I looked at him, and he's pretty hard up. I mean, it's been a while. And this girl comes in, and she is just as cute as can be. And I was like, bro, she's over there buying it. Go ahead, go talk to her. I was like, she don't need to buy that. Go tell her you don't need to buy it. Dude would not buy it. He would not budge. I was like, man, see, I wouldn't even make it out the fucking parking lot before I be in that shit when I was 16. It was bad, but I mean, social awkwardity. But yeah, we are almost out of time.
No, I don't understand the whole
Yeah.
tentacles. I see tentacles. I'm not thinking about sex. I'm thinking about lunch.
Yeah, I do like some. That sounds good.
Why not both?
Well, yeah, but I don't want to have sex with the octopus.
No, that's some hentai weird shit.
It's got 8 tentacles.
That's what it's gonna go. No,
Do you know how octopuses do that, though? Octopus is made by the male putting one of his tentacles in what is basically the female's nostril.
I thought he took his dick off and threw it at her and told her to go fuck
he
herself.
breaks it off in like her. It's like
Hey,
her nostril.
that motherfucker breaking it off though. I ain't even mad
I've
about
seen
it.
a similar video.
I'd break that motherfucker off too. Be like, you are a goddamn pretty octopus. Come here, let me see that nose, girl. Motherfuckers. Anyways, it's been fun. It's been real.
We
You
fell
guys,
down a rabbit hole.
y'all guys have a great
Hope we
night.
didn't offend anybody too bad.
I don't
If we
give a
did,
fuck. You can suck my
we're not
dick.
sorry.
Have a good night, guys. Let's talk shop. We're out.
Bye.
Bye.